Hey, we're here today with Steve Neese, one of our great Arizona drag racing legends. Uh, been around racing a long time here in Arizona. Uh, had his hands in a lot of cars, a lot of combinations. But we never really had a chance to sit down and talk to him. So welcome. We're glad you're here today.
Thank you.
So where are you originally from?
Phoenix.
Wow. What hospital were you born in?
Good Sound.
So where'd you go to high school?
Maryville.
So you're a Panther.
Yeah.
Wow. That was we got in trouble over there when our school would go there. They beat us up. So yeah, I didn't want to do that. So, but no, great deal. So when did you first know you liked cars?
Probably goes back to the late 60s. My next door neighbor, Leonard Wentworth, the hustler, and that invited me out to Speed World, and that got me kind of started in it. And I helped him with that, and the Bumblebee 1, 2. Back in the days, Super Stockers, kind of the former Super Stocker kind of deal, and then introduced me to V-Line. Then in the early 70s, I started racing my own cars.
Okay, so how old were you when you first went out to races?
Oh gosh, probably 12, 13 maybe.
Okay, so back then it was you're like wide open, like eyes wide open, jaw, like they're doing that. That's pretty cool. Couldn't wait to go back. What was your first car you had? Your first driver? Daily driver.
Daily driver.
Yes.
63 Mercury Meteor, 260 4-speed car.
Wish you had that car. Or do you still have it?
No, I wish I did.
That would be in my checklist. That's way cool.
Yeah.
Get in trouble with it?
Lots.
So did you go down Central with that at all? Or
oh yeah, I raced Central, Beeline with it, Mel Larson's, and that would win enough money at Central to go race Mel Larson's and Beeline.
That was your goal, huh?
That was every weekend. That was our thing.
Where'd you usually street race at?
51st Avenue, just north of Buckeye, to the Van Buren, to the overpass or the railroad crossing.
Okay.
And that was our main deal. Raced a lot of California people out there.
I know some people would race over there by 51st and Indian School, west of the police station.
Right.
And they knew you were there.
Right.
But they didn't bother you.
Right.
Because you were there. They could keep an eye on you.
Right. During the early 70s, there was a lot of cops that sit out there and give us thumbs up when we come back by. And yeah, it was kind of the way it went back then. We had no place really to race.
Things have changed.
Yeah, big time.
Your first car, Merc, 630 Merc, you loved it. So you going out the races, you decided, okay, I have my street car, I take the races. Tell me about your first race car.
First real race car would have been 71 Camaro, and that I bought off of Phil at Lopers, and remember Big Phil?
Yeah.
And then I bought it off of him, and then had a couple of guys help me build it, and I run it for before super gas, but it was a 990 car basically, and we had a lot of fun with that. And one of my kids that grew up across the street, I had him start driving it, trying to keep him straight and get off the street racing. That was when Phil and all those guys first started getting into it. And but yeah, that was probably my first real race car, and that I had a lot of 66 Fairlanes with. And that was a 4-speed cars that we raced, on and off. But yeah, that was dedicated to
another car that was pretty cool. Or 71 Camaro. That's probably my dream car right now. It's a Gen 2 Camaro, 70 or 71. So if you see one, I'm interested in buying one. Okay, let me know.
I got one up north.
Okay, well, we'll talk. So you ran that, and so 990s, but then it was like bracket 1.
Right.
Okay, you had a good time. What were you thinking? You had this car, and you said, "Yeah, if I had another car, I'd like to." This looked interesting to me. How did that progress? What was your?
Well, I had the Camaro, and then I started hanging around Ted Hoover, and then he built a funny car, and I helped him do that. And then at the time, I was helping. Over in California at the swap meets and stuff, and I run across an old Ken Cox car, and $900 I bought a full funny car roller, and so I ended up no way to get it home, so I had to call Ted. Ted hooked up the trailer, come all the way over to California at Long Beach, picked me up, and we loaded up the car, pulled it back, and that was my first altered, and which was a big block Chevy injected, and then turned into a blown car, and then we ended up going Sifka, and that's kind of got me started into the funny cars.
So that's what you really got you going, is the competition with the Sifka guys. And the so with the altered, you ran that all over Arizona. Where else did you? Where did you reach out to?
The altered, we run Tucson and Phoenix mainly. That was about it.
Who are your mentors about that time? We all had to have somebody say, "Hey, you're doing a good job, but you might think this." And
probably Ted Hoover, and that he backed me a lot on a lot of the stuff. First started, I'd say probably Ted. Yeah, Ted and can't think of his name now. Mike Day was a big help, I should say, probably more than Ted. And then there's a few other guys that was around that helped me, and that kind of guided me the right way. And I'd blow up my stuff, and then you got to get rid of this, go KB, and
yeah, you're gonna need to put a race engine in there. Right?
Exactly. Yeah,
that's
get
what we were
rid
told
of the truck motor.
When we started with the big block that we got from Rob Winiski.
Right.
Everybody said, no, you need to put a real race motor in there, and it is a big difference.
Big
maintenance
time.
And all that for
big
sure. So you ran Sifka. Who was your crew at that time when you ran?
When Sifka was Ray Berry, Ken Simmons. Gosh, I don't even remember who all it was. There was probably all the kids.
Right.
All of our kids helped.
Tell me about your family.
Got a boy and girl. Kyle and Jackie. Kyle run juniors. We got him a funny car. We bought one of Mitch McDowell's old cars, and we're going to put him in it, and he kind of outgrowed it. So he ended up being a pretty good sized kid. So that was into his racing, that part of it. But we had some old trucks and stuff. He'd take out the track and race and stuff. So
he loved it. It's like the old man, right?
Yeah.
How about your daughter? She.
I took her out there and put her in my pickup, and we went down the track a couple times, and that was about her fun. She didn't really care for it, I don't think. I think she liked the excitement because everybody was there, but other than that, actually doing it, I don't think it was in her blood.
So your family, on and off, but they're a big part of your race team back then.
Yeah, they backed me quite a bit.
Tell them about their mother.
Joanne, my wife, and that she's been really good with it. And that, I think if it was turntables, I wouldn't have been as good. But she's always backed me, and
that's great.
Let me do kind of what I wanted to do. So
yeah, that's great when you have somebody to support you like that. Mm-hmm. That's awesome, Joanne. Good job. Mm-hmm. My wife has kicked me in the butt when I think and she kind of straightens me back out. That's what you want to do. Right. Stop talking like that. So it's a family affair. You got the neighborhood kids. Mm-hmm. You're having a great time in Sifka. How long did you run? When did you run that through to?
Oh gosh, probably 92, 93.
Okay,
so I think it was somewhere in that area.
It's gone through. They're still running the deal, and it's still going strong. But there's just some of the touchy feely. They're trying to figure out exactly what they want to be, and injected funny cars. They weren't injected funny cars anymore.
Right.
But I think the whole group, there's been a lot of great people roll through that.
Oh yeah, Mike Hillsback and all this all run together all over the place. So.
Hillsy's another guy that would help you out. Give his shirt off his back if he could, and if he needed it. And definitely him and Brian Kelly, another guy that was along the way. But so you ran that through '93, and you're thinking, I really haven't heard enough parts yet. At some point, you decided to tip the can, put some nitro in your car. So what led into that, and what did you?
Went from Sifka, met Kevin in Mexico. We did a race down in Mexico, and then kind of hung out a little bit with him. Then we did the alcohol car first. Then we ended up building fuel altered and run that for a while, and then went back alcohol for a little bit, and then went big time fuel altered funny car. So that was kind of how we stepped
So
into
Kevin
it.
Knowles was actually the one that got you really, along with him, you both got the addiction for
Yeah,
Nitro.
well, that was our first real hot race car. Yeah.
So tell me about racing full bore fuel alter. Where did you race? And
Wow. Fuel alters. We raced a lot in Tucson. Trying to think where else. Speed World, of course. Did we ever take it to Vegas?
no,
Yeah, I don't think the fuel alter we ever took to Vegas. So Boise. Um,
kind of follow the West Coast guys.
yeah, just whatever we could. Never had money to really do it, so if we could match race it and bring in the money, we'd go do it, kind of deal. So if they were offering the money, we'd go. And with Danish running Tucson down there, he helped us out a bunch with the races, so we were able to win some money, and that helped build a better car. And then we set the record, and then that got us invited to a lot of places.
Well, great thing about him, Danish was he had a lot of connections,
right?
And he talked to a lot of other track managers, and definitely had the experience while he was in Tucson to help help a lot of people. And let somebody else kind of open the door and help you through. And I don't know, there's a lot of track operators that that could be as helpful as that. There are a few, but he was very unique.
Oh, he was. He's a really good guy, and he went out of his way to be sure we had the ability to get down there to do a good show, to give us the time to do it, be sure our stuff was right before we went. And he was a racer's racer. Yeah, I mean, you kind of do. And he definitely was. Be sure you were ready to go and help you. We did fire ups at Budweiser and stuff like that. Help bring in money to the track, which went into our purses. So that was cool.
You're always willing to. Your team's always been willing to support and be part of a deal, and I know that personally. So this is in the late '90s. You're doing all this. What are you doing to support us? What was your day job? What do you do?
Garage doors, and I've done that since basically '79, and I had my own company, and now I'm retired in January, but I still got a little service business, so I'm still doing it.
Okay, everybody, he's on Facebook. You can find him somewhere.
Yeah.
Your garage doors, when that spring breaks and your car's stuck inside the garage, he's the guy to call. That type of work you'll still do?
That's what I do.
Yeah. Ever been bit by one of those springs?
Yep, I got some scars.
Oh, man. I did it once, and I said, no, I'm not doing that ever again. It's above my pay grade. So that's very lucrative, especially in Arizona with so many houses, all the garages everywhere.
Right.
Yeah. So that was your day job. And Kevin came along. You met him in Mexico racing down there. And did you know Kevin before that, or this is his first time?
I think that was pretty much first time. He was helping Ted Hoover when we went down there, and I think it was Mexicali, wasn't it? Yeah, they had a big. That was fun race, but that's where I originally met him and stuff. And we then he wanted to build a car, so then he was just going to make a ET car basically out of it. And I went over there and convinced him he needed to spend his money other ways, and we ended up building an alcohol car.
A lot of people go racing and they want to build this car, and all of a sudden they realize for not much more money, you can be doing this and having a lot more fun. And you're not breaking. There's no breakout when you're running.
Right.
That type
Always,
of
the goal to go fast.
First one there wins. That's how we got into comp racing from super comp. I hated breaking out. We did really well, but never won a race. But always enjoyed comp a whole lot more because it was all out performance.
Right.
And that's kind of, I see you guys go down the track and what you guys do, and I know you're enjoying every bit of it. So you ran alcohol, and did you kind of how many cars have you had along the way? You're up to your fuel. You and Kevin have a fuel altered. And
wow, I've had for the fuel cars and stuff.
Yes, please.
We've had one. The first one, my Cox car, and then we went into Kevin's car, alcohol car, and then turned it into a fuel car, and then we got the new car that we're still running. So 3.
So the new car, how new is the new car?
what, 2000?
Early 2000s.
Yeah, 2005.
Is
something
that
like
did
that.
you build that yourselves or did you?
Yeah, Kevin.
Well, I've
And,
seen that's the
I
one.
helped, but yeah.
I'm really familiar with that car, and so I've seen you guys run it. You ran you ran Nitro with it. You also ran. We had a great association for a while, the Western Fuel Altereds, which was a lot of fun. You guys seem to always want to run too quick for that. I think you still have the unofficial record, like a 6:48 or something like that.
Something like that. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But that's what we were supposed to be.
But I seen you guys were. I was standing on the starting line when you guys made that pass, and I mean, you didn't have the same engine down the other than the track, but it really ran strong, especially because we were on kind of a 690 type index. But you guys want to go out, you wanted to go fast, you wanted to tip the can.
Yeah.
So where are you racing now? What are you doing now?
Well, Kevin's running now. I retired, and he took over the car, doing a great job. Right now we're doing Tucson. That's about it, really. There's not a whole lot of races for the Fuel Altereds anymore. Boise had one a while back there, the 6.0 deal. We tried playing with 6.0 a little bit, and Chaos is fun because you can open it up. So that's we're having a lot of fun with that. So right you guys, now. So
the last race you did pretty well, didn't you?
Yeah, number one qualifier. We went out first round, but we kept our number. Just somebody ran better than us. So, but yeah, it's still having a lot of fun doing it.
So you took yourself out of the seat?
Well, Kevin decided he wanted to. It's kind of funny. We did our last race with the big car, with a funny car, and he acted like he wanted to do it. So it's like, okay. So we suited him up in my suit, which was duct taped and everything else around him. It was pretty fun. And we got him in the car and stuff, and basically we had probably a 550, 560 tune-up on it down in Tucson. We were going to run wing guy. What's his name? Had the wing express. Him and Mike Boyd and what's the other guy though? Sullivan. Yeah, we're match racing them down there. And so I talked to the track. Track said he could make a pass in it. So, run it out about half track, see if you can stay after it, and I'll be down if he did. And so it was just like, well, he's got it. So he's just kind of took it over from there. I finished that race up, and I don't think I've been in it since.
You miss it?
A lot of times, but I'm having a lot of fun outside too. And watching him and doing it and helping with the tune-ups and everything. That's a lot of fun.
What else do you like to do? Do you have any other hobbies or interests?
Oh gosh. I've done from paragliding to if it's got a motor, I'm interested. I mean, I've raced go-karts, the drag boats, the circle boats, or been involved in, I should say. If it's got a motor and somebody needs a hand, I'm normally there. And I just love motorsports. Football, baseball, basketball. I could care less, but if it's got a motor.
Anything competition?
Yeah, if it's allowed, I'm there.
But you're not really into ball sports?
Yeah, no.
Okay. I like that you're that way because you just like it loud and you like it quick.
Yeah.
Along the way, what did you like? What did you enjoy most about drag racing?
Probably the friends. I mean, I've got a lot of friends over the years, and a lot of them's gone now. Sucks. But yeah, friendship, I'd say more than anything, because we could always go, and if you lost first round, you'd go help somebody else. There's always, dinners or something going on. I helped, we were on Top Alcohol with John Patton. I crewed for him crew chief for him for almost 10 years. And I met a lot of good friends because we traveled all over the United States doing that. That was a lot of fun.
So you got to be on chasing the trail.
Oh yeah.
What did you? Of all the drag strips you had a chance to race at, what's your favorite drag strip?
Ooh.
And it could be a couple for different reasons.
Yeah. Vegas is the new Vegas track is really cool. That's a neat one. Brainerd. I don't know what's about that, but it's just a cool track. The scenery, everything. That's a neat place. I'd say between Vegas and Brainerd would be probably two of my favorites.
Brainerd hits the jungle or whatever they call it, or
The party that we never did that, and but yeah, that would be kind of cool. And that we're always too busy trying to keep things together. So
it's pretty hardcore in that part of the country.
mm-hmm.
In Minnesota, they can't race year round.
Right.
And so when they get it in, I mean, they
They
actively jam it
race.
in.
They're there to race
through the whole Midwest. Is there anybody along the way you want to thank?
Probably Mike Day. I miss him a lot. Ted Hoover, John Patton. He took us all over the country. That was cool. Gosh, there's probably 1,000 other people I can't think of right now. Hillsbeck, he was a good friend. Well, still is. Gosh, and the old guys.
There's a lot of them.
It's hard to say. I mean, I don't remember half their names anymore.
So you're from the days of Beeline to when we called Phoenix Dragway,
right.
Before it had 19 other names through the years. Definitely a hardcore local racer.
Right.
You got your passion for helping your neighbor, and it bit you. How would you encourage somebody young who wants to get into drag racing now? How would you encourage somebody to do that?
Find somebody's racing and volunteer. I mean, there ain't nobody out there that's racing that can't use an extra hand, and that's a good way to get into it. And they'll find out most racers are more than happy to help you and bring you along to, or to have the help. Offer somebody a sandwich and a place and fun to do. That's a good thing to do.
The people are afraid. One thing we're faced with is, people say we're graying out, which I mean, the median age of drag racers a little bit probably getting a little older, but still a lot of young people coming into it.
Mm-hmm.
You watch some of the sportsman classes and second gens and third gens,
right.
and they're racing, and some new people are getting into it. It's just amazing how that you probably have influenced a couple other people, whether they wanted to do it or not, but you took them to races and had a great time, and that's their forever memory.
Mm-hmm.
And you should feel good about that. I don't normally ask this question very often, but you've been very blessed and fought some illnesses off and such, but you're still going strong.
Mm-hmm.
When it's all over, what would you like to be remembered by? I'd like people to remember you. You ever think about that?
Not really. I just mostly somebody that was there to have fun. I mean, it's too expensive, too much time to not, have fun. And so I'd like everybody to kind of remember me as somebody that liked to have fun.
For all the insanity, you better have some fun.
Exactly.
You spent a lot of money doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, I really never had a chance to sit and talk to you, and we've both been in the same town forever,
mm-hmm.
both natives.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking forward to today, and I really appreciate the role that you and Kevin have both played in being part of what other people are doing,
mm-hmm.
Inspiring people to do it, answering questions, being helpful, your sportsmanship. A lot of people don't know how to do that. You guys always impressed me in being that way. It's been really a true honor to finally get a chance to sit and talk to you, and hope we have a chance to have a beer or a refreshment at the drag sometime soon.
Cool.
And we can talk about a few other things, maybe things that were our paths have crossed, but we really didn't know it.
Right.
And it's truly, Steve, thanks for being with us today.
Mm-hmm.
And you are really, I mean, in my humble opinion, you're really an Arizona drag racing legend.
Oh,
thank you very much.
Thank you.